If Pierre Poilievre loses this election, then let me introduce you to the next leader of the Conservative Party of Canada.
Holy Christ. I just swallowed a bee.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Premier of Ontario, Captain Canuck himself, Doug Ford, will be the next leader of the Conservative Party. Now, this makes a lot of sense for the party, but it also makes a lot of sense for Doug Ford. Let me tell you why. Now, for the party, if they lose this election, this will now be the fourth time that they have lost to the Liberals. 3 of those times to Justin Trudeau, who they always hated, always despised. And now the fourth time, if they lose, they will have squandered a 20 to 25 point lead in 2 months and will have lost to Mark Carney. Unbelievable. The party is going to have an autopsy. The party is going to go inside itself and it is going to try to figure out what went wrong. And let me tell you, the fault, dear Brutus, is not in the stars, but in yourself that you nominated Pierre Poilievre. Now, Pierre Poilievre is going to take all the ownership of this, not personally. He's going to blame outside forces, but the buck will stop with him. He will have to leave his leadership post, and I don't even know if he could stay on as MP. He'll probably resign and maybe, hopefully, for once in his life, get a job. Now, they're going to be looking for a new leader. The obvious pick in any other world would have been the Premier of Alberta, Danielle Smith, but I'm sorry. The Conservatives, after 4 elections losing, are going to be like, you know what? No, we want a winner. Give me Captain Canuck. I want him. So they're going to go for Doug Ford. They're going to suck it up and they're going to go for Doug Ford. Now, this makes sense for Doug Ford. Why? Look, the guy just won a majority government, okay? So he's on a high note. But let me tell you, the business I come from, you leave on a high note. You leave when they're clapping for you. I'm in Come From Away. And every time we do a show and people applaud and they're on their feet, we go bye-bye. We don't stay and try to do something else. We like to leave you feeling good. Now, Doug Ford should do the same. And I'll tell you why he should do the same. Because Doug Ford has been able to get away with the fact that nobody is blaming him for anything. Now, eventually, though, people are going to start to blame him for the overcrowded schools. They're going to start to blame him for the underfunded hospitals. They're going to start to blame him for the lack of housing. They're going to start to blame him. And why would he want to be around for that? So if he leaves and he goes and takes the leadership of the Conservative Party of Canada, he will be the opposition leader while Mark Carney is the prime minister. So whatever happens, he takes no responsibility and he could do all the criticism. Sounds good. Doug Ford, this guy has a horseshoe up his butt from the minute he was born. And luck matters in any business, but particularly politics. Timing is everything, and the horseshoe continues for Doug. Now, there are 2 things that can stop him or make it a little difficult. One of them is an actual problem. The other one, I think he'll be fine. The first one is the fact that the federal party is not like the provincial Conservatives at all. They're far more conservative. They're far more quote unquote right wing. And that's going to be interesting for Doug to reconcile that caucus. But people want to win. And at some point, the caucus members, the MPs are going to be like, you know what, Dougie? We're here to win. Whatever you say. And I think he'll be able to transform the Conservative Party of Canada more to a moderate place. I don't consider Doug Ford a moderate, but you know what? If you can do that, okay, that's probably fine, I guess. But the other thing is, he don't speak French.
Oh, no, I know. Bonjour. Comment ça va? No, but
and to be quite honest, I don't know if he can ever learn. It doesn't seem like he has that capacity. But you know what? Doug Ford has surprised us and has consistently defied expectations over and over again. So, what do you think? Do you think, like I think, that Captain Canuck, Doug Ford, will be the next leader of the Conservative Party of Canada?